What is up, guys? Guttural Room 1 here, doing a podcast. This is going to be new to my channel. If you guys like it a lot, I'll do some more. Today, I'm going to be talking with Jurassic Park. We're really just going to be talking about anything. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. So.
Yeah. Well, we said we were going to probably start with talking about our first online experiences.
Yeah.
Okay. Or first video game experiences, so
yeah.
You start.
Alright, so yeah, this sounds probably cringy at first, but you know, it'll get better. This is our first podcast, so just keep an open mind.
I hope it gets better.
Yeah. But so my first game was actually a game on the original Xbox. You guys probably don't know it, but if you do, leave a comment. And I'll probably shout you out. But my first game was Conflict Desert Storm, the original Xbox. It was a tactical shooter. Obviously, it was set in the Gulf War, and you play either as an American soldier or an SAS soldier, and it was pretty fun because unlike most tactical shooters today, where you're just like a captain and you control a squad, this one is basically you are a captain and you can make your squad follow you and give them orders, but you can also control them. So yeah, it was pretty fun. I liked it a lot, and I still play it, and I really hope they're gonna make it backwards compatible on the Xbox One, so I can record it for you guys. See if you like it. What about your first game?
My first game, I think, was Donkey Kong on the N64.
Oh, that's a good one. Donkey Kong you can't go wrong with.
You really can't.
Yeah.
I mean, it was Donkey Kong 64, whatever they called it.
Yeah.
Whatever cringy title it was. I mean, the game was awesome.
Yeah. And if you guys are wondering why there's just Black Ops in the back, I just have to pick some random game so I could start recording, so yeah. Alright, but yeah. So, I probably started playing video games when I was pretty young. I didn't start with, like, the most violent ones. I think Desert Storm was, like, rated T. And, yeah, so, it was pretty fun, yeah, like I said.
What was your, like, second game, like, you've ever played?
My second game was Halo 1. And Halo 1 is my
Not
favorite.
surprising.
Yeah. Halo 1 is my favorite game of all time. I think it's the best. Even though Conflict Desert Storm is one of my favorites, definitely in my top 5. It's the best. And, okay, my top 5, it would be Halo 1, Modern Warfare 2, SOCOM. Well, actually, no. If you guys don't know what SOCOM is, look it up. SOCOM US Navy SEALs. Great game, great game. It's also another tactical shooter, a little bit different from Conflict Desert Storm. But it would either be SOCOM or Desert Storm at number 3. Number 4 would be Hitman 2, Silent Assassin. Another great game. Very, very good stealth game. I think it's the best Hitman game so far. A lot of people say Blood Money. Some people say Contracts. All 3 great games. I have the trilogy, so I have them all. They're all great, but I think 2 is the best. And then number 5 would probably be Max Payne, the first one. Max Payne was just such a fun game. What about your top 5?
My top number 1 would probably have to be Assassin's Creed 2.
Oh, I thought it'd be Skyrim.
My second favorite game is Skyrim. My third favorite game is Super Mario 64.
That's a great one.
My fourth is probably Revelations, Assassin's Creed Revelations.
It's not my favorite, but yeah, it's good.
And my fifth would probably have to be Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 is a great game. I remember on one of my matches online, I'm not sure because this happened like a while ago, but I'm pretty sure I saw a guy, like I was in a match where a guy got a nuke or something. I don't remember it that well, but I think I remember him getting a nuke, I think he was screaming on his mic, like literally screaming. But I'm pretty sure everybody does that when they get a nuke, because it takes like a lot of hard work. Get 25 kills in a row without dying, that's pretty hard. Might not sound hard because people who say it's not hard are probably versing their like 4-year-old brother or sister. I'm joking, but yeah, so getting the nuke would be a crazy achievement.
Yeah, don't you get an achievement for getting it too?
I'm not sure. Never got, like, I've gotten it in like local games to see what it does, but that's where I
Yeah.
got. Sadly, I got most of my progress done in local games. Like, if I spent the most time playing online, I would probably be like prestige, like master prestige or something. I don't even know what the highest rank is. I hit prestige, but then like there was nothing else to do, so I just restarted, and then I just started playing local, and then it was like, why? But yeah, Call of Duty is like one of those games where once you get everything, there's really nothing else to do but like try to make the best out of the game modes. But that's what I usually do now. I don't grind for stuff. Call of Duty is not really a game meant for grinding, although now it's turning into one with the supply drops and
Yeah.
stuff. Sad. But Call of Duty was really not. Yeah.
I don't think there's gonna be supply drops in World War II. I don't know if it already came out yet. I think it comes out on the 6th.
Probably
But
is.
there's gonna
No.
be supply drops, but they're only cosmetic unless Activision takes over.
Yeah, the problem is they said there's gonna be. I'm not sure with Advanced Warfare. I'm not sure if Did they say there's gonna be only cosmetic in Advanced Warfare?
Yeah, until Activision took over. The same
Yeah.
with Infinite Warfare.
And Black Ops 3 and Modern Warfare
Yeah.
Remastered. So literally every game that's had supply drops. First of all, starting with Infinite Warfare, I think, or Modern Warfare Remastered, they didn't add supply drops in right away. So it gave people that slight hope, and then they slaughtered that hope, and they added in supply drops. But then they said cosmetic only, and then they added in weapons. Like, what? I feel like
I was good with them adding melee weapons since they were literally just knives cosmetically with cosmetics on them.
I mean, I guess that's okay,
But-
but
Once they added
Still.
weapons, it just kind of got too far.
yeah,
And
but
with the knives, and with the cosmetic knives, you can't pick them up, so it's not like people are gonna just try to kill you and camp in corners
I mean, yeah,
like
but
with the weapons in Black Ops 3.
yeah, but the only problem is, again, with those melee weapons, if you really want them, you can't. You either have to grind like weeks and weeks and weeks, or you have to pay money, and that's another problem. People have to pay money to get these things fast. There's like no easy way out for getting all the added DLC or microtransactions.
Unless
No.
you wait for that 2 times salvage or 2 times
Crypto
COD
keys.
point or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Crypto keys, yeah.
Now, I said DLCs. I'm not sure if you would call the
Micro
the-
DLC.
yeah, micro DLC. That's what I was talking about. But DLCs is a whole different story. DLCs, I think it's a good idea. One, on the developers' part, because they can make extra money to fund their games, and two, the DLCs could be really good. Like most of Black Ops 2's DLCs were great, and
Oh, sorry, you cut out. You cut out.
what I was saying was most of Black Ops 2's DLCs were really good, and most of Black Ops 1's DLCs were good too, but you know, sometimes sometimes the developer drops a DLC that's not that good and it makes you waste money, which is not good at all.
Normally, I only buy DLCs in Call of Duty for the zombies maps,
Yeah, that's what I do too.
but I never bought the Shangri-La DLC, whatever it's called.
Yeah, the only thing I've bought.
I mean, I was thinking about it, but I mean, you can't get to Pack-a-Punch without 4 people. It's just a hassle to do anything on the map.
You know, the only DLC I bought in Black Ops was the Resurrection DLC actually, and I'm actually happy with that because first of all, before I got the Resurrection DLC before I got any World at War DLCs, and I know a lot of people don't like Moon, but I like Moon a lot. I think it's a good map. If you guys watched my top 5 video, you know, it came in at number 5, the first one, and yeah, so I think it's a really good map, and I think Resurrection was over. I think all of the Black Ops 1 DLCs were good. All the maps in it were good except Shangri-La. But, you know.
I mean, Shangri-La wasn't a bad map. It was just a hassle to do
Yeah.
anything.
It's one of those maps where like
It was the hardest Call of Duty map.
yeah, no,
one-
the hardest
Zombies
is 5.
wise.
Hardest is
Except
5.
except for 5, yeah.
Yeah. But
Shangri-La
yeah.
comes in at a pretty close second, though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I don't know.
Unless
I
I'm
have to-
forgetting any of the new Zombies maps in BO3 or something, because I haven't played any of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to take the time to like remember every map and how hard they are. Yeah, I'm not trying to do that. But yeah, I mean, I think DLCs
I mean,
are.
Verrucht.
Oh yeah, Verrucht. No, I think
that's
Verrucht
probably
would go at
that's
second.
probably like third or fourth.
Maybe yeah, 3rd or 4th. I don't know.
I never played Shangri-La enough. I think I played it at one of my friend's house, like in 2012 maybe.
But yeah,
but
I think
that's it.
yeah. But yeah, I think overall DLCs are a good idea because it freshens up the game. Yeah. Halo actually, even though they're not usually doing that, they added a I guess it's not really a DLC, but you could buy the ODST, the campaign, for $5 on the Master Chief Collection. So I guess it's kind of a DLC, but it's like you're kind of buying like an and like
You're buying
don't know.
you're buying a full set of missions.
yeah, it's like an add-on. Well, an add-on is a DLC, but yeah. Well, at first it started turning into a
Since
COD
we've
rant.
Yeah. Since we basically run out of like things to talk about COD, what was your first GTA game?
Oh, that
I'm
was
sure
San
I'm
Andreas.
sure I know what it was. Yeah.
San
Mine
Andreas
was
is such a great one.
GTA. Mine was GTA 2 or Vice City. One of
2?
those. Yeah.
The one where the sky view or bird's eye view?
Yeah.
Actually, I think I have GTA 2 on the Dreamcast, to be honest. Not lying. I don't want to check right now, though.
I think I have the Dreamcast somewhere in my basement.
yeah. I'm not actually.
Probably just sitting there, hoping that it comes out of storage one day.
Yeah.
Then just to get put into another piece, into another box.
But San Andreas, I haven't played 2 actually. I don't even know if I have. I probably do, but yeah, I haven't played 2. I've played San Andreas, 3, Vice City, and 5. I haven't played 4 either. But I think San Andreas is the best, not just because of the memes, but just because the game in general is just fun. It's funny, you know, without like Big Smoke probably makes up like 50% of the funniness. I'm just being honest. But it's just funny. It's fun. Just the stuff you can do. It was great for its time. It used the GTA 3 engine, which I think the GTA 3 engine was perfect for that era, because it you know brought 3D view, and it brought the 3D view like in a way, because okay, before that, with the PS1 and Nintendo 64 and I think it was the Sega Saturn was out at that time too, 3D games were always like in I would say like geometry,
Like that.
you know, like
They were always in geometrical shapes.
yeah,
They never
geometrical
had any
shapes.
real
Yeah.
They never had more than like 10 polygons per character.
Yes, exactly. And then PS2 came out, and a few years later, people would never think that
Like-
GTA 3 and its engine would look so good and look so real. And then people just, you know, were amazed by it.
I think SXX or SSX or whatever, Tricky,
Oh yeah,
was like
SSX.
that was like one of the first games to look like really good for its time.
yeah.
But the SSX before it looked
Terrible.
like complete dog crap compared to it.
Yeah.
Even
I
even for it its time compared to like GTA 3.
Yeah. Tricky was actually a good game. I have it. I like
Tricky
it a
was
lot.
awesome.
Yeah, that's the only SSX game I have. That's actually the only snowboarding game I have. Yeah,
I have
and then-
Steep, and so
Yeah.
those are my only two.
And then like GTA 5 comes out like 10 years later or something. It looks perfect. Not perfect, but you know.
Yeah.
Just the graphical, like if you look like at some of those history videos of just like any game in general that's been around for a while, the difference is like
The difference between like one game between like from like 1999 to 2004 is astounding.
yeah, you know like
The
back
difference,
then,
the graphic improvement.
yeah, like back then when GoldenEye first came out on the N64, first of all, it looked like crap,
Game
but
was
there
awesome.
was nothing. Yeah, the game was awesome, but it looked like crap. But there was really nothing else to compare it to, so people thought it was amazing. The game, I'm talking about the
I mean,
graphics, were great for its time, but terrible now. But the game is great. I'm just putting that out there. I'm not trying to hate on the game. The game is great. I've played it before. I don't own it, but I have played it before. And I'm just thinking about using the N64 controller to actually play a first-person shooter. First of all, there's no dual
Oh,
analog
that was
sticks.
horrible.
How do you even
It
do
was
that?
horrible.
How do you
I
even
don't
do
know.
that? Like I barely remember
I
playing it.
I
but,
played
you
it
know.
once when like the N64 was like the only console I had. I couldn't even do it then.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna have to use like both like D-pads on the controller. I don't know what they called them, if they even called them D-pads back then, but you know.
D-pads. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure they called them D-pads.
Yeah, but like
But wasn't it the D-pad and the Z-pad?
yeah. I think I think so. Do I have an N60? No. Wait. No. Yeah, I think so.
Like
I think
the
that's
yellow
how-
buttons, then the gray on gray.
Yeah. I think it was like that. But yeah, and then GoldenEye I think was the first. Well, I'm not sure it was the first game, but I remember someone was talking about it like on YouTube or something. It actually, if you want to play one player with dual analog controllers, instead of using three handles, why not use 6? You could actually use 2
Yeah.
controllers to actually play like dual analog sticks.
And play
How
it
would you
even
hold
better.
that? Like, I bet you someone modded that just for like someone modded like 2 analog sticks. or
People
2
have.
Yeah,
Look it up. Look
Probably
it up.
have.
It's real. It's awesome.
like they do that just so they can play their favorite game or something. I would do that if I was really passionate about like GoldenEye back then, and I had that controller to put up with. I would probably mod it. Or if they
Yeah.
made like a third-party one, like you know, Mad Cats. Oh, Mad Cats. Speaking of that, didn't they go out of
But wait. Oh yeah, they went out of business a few years ago,
Yeah.
I think.
We're so
I haven't
popular.
seen one of their controllers come out in a while.
I have one of their
Um,
controllers.
but-
It's broken though.
Yeah, I think I have a PS3 one somewhere.
Mm.
Before we move on to a different topic, in GoldenEye, Short Eye or whatever his name was the most unfair character to use of all time.
Why? What happened? I don't remember that much from the game.
The hitbox, he was like 4'3" compared to like the 6 foot tall characters.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
I think so. I'm not sure. I just have to watch videos. I haven't seen GoldenEye in a while, just in general.
Do you
Yeah.
do you remember the Easter egg of finding like the soldiers in the bathroom?
I think so. The Easter egg I most remember
played
because
the
that's the one. That's the one that people talk about. Is like the big heads or something, or like the actors' heads or something. like
Big
that.
head mode.
Yeah. I remember that one because I think I did that when I was playing the game with my cousin. Or, I don't remember that much, but yeah. Yeah, Mad Cats. I remember it like just a few years ago. It was very popular, like with their
Yeah, they were like the
Street
most
Fighter
popular controllers to buy.
They were making a lot of money.
I mean, they made controllers
Yeah,
and
But-
they had tons of competitions, whatever.
yeah, but like toward the end
And
of
they
their
went.
life
Then they just
cycle-
went out of business from out of nowhere.
Yeah,
They just dropped off in popularity in like 2 weeks.
yeah, and then they just
Then they just went bankrupt.
yeah no, they
They just disappeared off the face of the earth.
yeah basically, they towards the end of their life cycle they they started making a lot of money off of the Street Fighter tournaments because they would make controllers. I don't know if you heard about it, but they would make like controllers in like arcade style, so they could and like that was pretty cool. People could buy them too, but yeah, Mad Catz, dude. They used to make Mad Catz. I think sold mostly to Sega, because that's what I remember. You know, when I had my Dreamcast and stuff. I remember like at first there were like 2 light guns made by Mad Catz, and they were at Mad Catz cast. No,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Those light guns. Oh my god.
I'm having memories of Duck Hunt.
You played Dunk Hunt? I've never played Duck Hunt. I wanna
Dunk
try it.
Hunt? Yes.
Dunk Hunt.
I have
Jeez.
played Dunk Hunt.
I
That's just
think-
Michael Jordan looking for basketballs.
Dunk Hunt.
And then he just brings them back to his house.
Dunks on them. Jeez, dude, I can't talk today.
Then he just has like a bunch of mannequins and he just dunks on them.
Yeah. Dunk Hunt.
I am going to make that game in Flash.
Yeah, Duck Hunt.
I've never used Flash, but I kind of want to now. But yeah, I played Dunk.
You're even saying it.
I played Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt, yeah.
I mean, who hasn't? If you've played on the N64, you've most likely played Duck Hunt.
N64. It was on the original Nintendo.
Yeah, whatever. Wrong thing.
You almost said Sega.
Yeah, if you. Yeah, I did. It's 9:49. I've been up since like 3 a.m.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, to be honest. But yeah, those light gun games, I really
All of
wish,
them were awesome.
I wish like I don't know if it's even possible. I wish like they would come back, but like some other third-party company, since I don't think Mad Catz is coming back. I wish like some other third-party company would find a way to make a light gun just like how they were like on the Sega or something, but like able to use them on the HDTVs, because HDTVs killed light guns. That's the problem. There were so many light gun ports like on the Sega and Nintendo. It was like insane. Some of my favorite arcade games that used light guns were House of the Dead. I don't know if you guys know that, but the first one, oh god, I still love playing that game. And
Any arcade games that used light guns were just amazing.
most all of them.
Except
Like,
for maybe,
crap.
I mean, I can't remember the name, but it sucked. But
Not
now I'm
Time
thinking of
Crisis,
GoldenEye.
right?
No, not Time Crisis. I'm thinking of GoldenEye with light guns.
Why?
Because that would be so awesome.
Oh, like the N64 version?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it'd be cool.
I remember scrolling through like your old tweets. Then you tweeted at like Microsoft and Sony. Are light guns gonna come back, or are they just dead now?
Yeah, I know.
Do you?
Yeah, but I do wish light guns would come back.
I think a lot of the population wants them to, or they just completely forgot about them. Either one,
What'd you say?
or they've just completely forgotten about light guns.
I doubt it. I doubt it. But yeah, like I was saying, House of the Dead. I don't know if you guys know it. Such a great game. I played at the arcades a lot, if I can even find them. But if the Sega Saturn had a port on it, and if I were to ever get that crappy console, that would be the only reason why, to get House of the Dead. And I'm actually thinking of buying a Sega Saturn just to play that game, because you guys don't know how much I would just play the crap out of that game. It is so fun.
I have a
You guys don't
Sega
know
Saturn somewhere.
Oh my gosh. Well, the game
Yeah,
costs,
I've
like,
pretty much any Sega console.
yeah, I have the Genesis and the Dreamcast. That's it.
Playing Sonic on the Genesis was,
That was insane. That was actually insane.
yeah.
It's crazy.
But then, like, every console after that, their sales just got a bit worse and worse.
Yeah.
For, like,
I
no
feel-
reason except Nintendo.
Yeah. I feel bad for the people that bought Sonic 06, thinking it was gonna be a good game.
I mean, it is a complete cluster, whatever, of glitches, but it wasn't a bad game if it didn't have any of the glitches.
Okay, hold on. How are you gonna say it's not a? It takes away from all the Sonic roots except like 2 levels that are like actually like Sonic related. Like, first of all, it's an open world. That's the first problem.
They were going in a new direction, which I appreciate. That it was kind of needed.
Yes, but for a Sonic game, open world is not to. That should be just out of your mind.
After Sonic 06 is when it just got completely. It went completely down the drain.
Yeah.
Sonic 06 was mediocre at best, then it just went down even more downhill.
Yeah, basically. That basically sums it up. And I don't know, like almost all the Sonic games on the new generation consoles are not good. Like besides the ports from like the Genesis, because I remember 360 ones, they used to port them like on the Xbox Arcade, and that was actually good. I bought a couple of those, and you know, because sometimes the cartridge wouldn't work on my Genesis, and you know, I would just get on my 360 since I'm on it most of the time too. Because like usually when I bring out old consoles, okay, so the consoles I mainly use are the Xbox One, PS2, surprisingly, I know, but I have a lot of good games on there and I still play, 360 and Nintendo GameCube. So when I want to pull out like an old console, like the Super Nintendo or like the Genesis, and like a cartridge is broken, I might, since I use the other consoles, I might just like if the cartridge is broken or something, or the disc, I will just buy the port instead, because I will probably it just takes away some of the hassle, and if it's a good port, it's worth the money if your cartridge broke. Plus on the
Remember when everybody
yeah, go ahead.
Remember when everybody blew on their cartridges to try and fix them?
I still do that, and even on my discs. I bet everybody still does it on their disc. And like
I don't think anyone has ever done it on their disc.
I do it on my disc like every time there's a problem with it. I don't know if that's just like a bad habit, or it's just, you know, like my mind is like so fixed on thinking if I blow on the disc or cartridge it will work. Because the weird thing is it would always work.
It would basically always work, and if it
Yeah.
didn't, you just did it the second time, then the game worked perfectly for like the rest of the year.
Yeah. Or like shake the cartridge or disc. It would always work.
Either one would really work.
Yeah.
That's why
the
people
funny
did it so
part.
often, even though so many people were saying don't do it, it destroys the cartridge or disc.
And that's why it's a joke now, because
Which
everybody did
it actually did, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Some people, I remember, some people used to use, what are those called? I forgot what they're called, but like they used to like clean out like all the dust from their cartridge. Like they used to put it in and they used to like clean it out. I forgot what it was called, but I don't know.
The only thing I can think of that'd be like that is a disc cleaner, which were made after, or maybe for only DVDs then, or a compressed air, which is like what you would use now.
Yeah, I don't know what they're called, but I forgot what they're called. Were there ever like cartridge cleaner machines?
Never a machine, but I'm sure there were things people made to clean cartridges.
Probably.
He'd make some serious money off that.
Yeah. Well, like back then. Not now.
Well, yeah, but now.
Do you realize that like? This is like kind of.
You've gone so off topic.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But do you realize that VHSs are worth like $25 right now, and like maybe like in 50 years they're gonna be worth like $400, like the price of like a new console or something. Is there gonna be like?
Yeah. I still watch a lot of the movies I have on VHS, even if I have them on DVD.
Yeah. I
just
have,
because of nostalgia.
yeah, I have a lot of VHS like movies and stuff, but I just don't have a VHS. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I just have a box full of all Disney movies on VHS, and I can't watch them though. Like all the classics, there's just a box of them on the VHS that I can't watch, which
I
sucks.
know I have
kind
Little Mermaid just sitting in my VHS player.
of. Just there.
It's been there for like 10 years.
Yeah. And you would always have to rewind it to start from the beginning. You couldn't
Yeah,
like skip
just the
chapters or
nostalgia
stuff.
factor, even with the hassle.
Yeah. You know, it's great because a lot of like, yeah, what?
Remember when they integrated rewinding directly into the VCR, and everybody thought it was revolutionary?
Oh yeah. Huh. Yeah, they were like, whoa. I kind of
Holy
remember
crap.
it, but like,
And then
not
DVDs
really.
came out like, oh, screw this bulky thing. We have these little CVD ROMs. Great.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody was using like Windows XP to watch videos on their computer and stuff. Sometimes not even on the
Yeah,
TV.
just pirating movies
Yeah.
because the video player on Microsoft or Apple computers was horrible, didn't work.
I actually remember using the Windows XP for a while. Like the big desktop, big gray desktop. I remember that. I remember using that. Oh, there's like...
I think I used it for a while, then Windows,
Yeah.
oh,
when
then
came out.
Windows, whatever
I mean, not...
the next one was,
Yeah.
came out. Windows Vista or whatever. Then like 10 years later, the community got addicted to the noise of the startup.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's the shutdown. I forgot the startup.
I don't. For some reason, I'm thinking like, but that's GameCube, like sped up.
Yeah. Yeah, nostalgia.
Which you can actually do. Like you can literally just speed it up if you hold Z, I think.
No, Z is to change.
Is it Z?
No, if you hold Z, it changes to like at the end, like there's like that girl laughing. Like it gave like almost everybody
that
nightmares.
creeped me out. Yeah.
Okay, so I was with my cousin.
Whatever it was that sped it up.
Yeah, but like so I was with my cousin, and we were having a sleepover, and we were playing on the GameCube in my room, and I was like, hey, watch this, and I was gonna show him the sound because he doesn't have a GameCube. We were like playing Mario Kart. It was like I remembered. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna restart it, and just trust me and watch this. So I did that sound. So I held Z, and I did the sound, and then as it was playing, I remembered that laughter that creeped me out is gonna play. And keep in mind, it's pitch black outside. We're in my room. Everybody is sleeping, and we're the only two ones awake. The house is like almost pitch black. There's like one light in the house, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I hear that noise, and we're like, he's like laughing. He's like, wait, what is this? He just cuts off right away. He probably crapped his pants 7 times in a row when he heard that for no reason. It's not even that.
It's not.
It's not even that scary.
It literally isn't.
It's just.
It's just like a
scares
normal
you
girl
so
laughing.
bad. It just scares you.
For
He's
no
like,
reason at all.
He's dying of laughter. He's like, and then the house just is quiet for like a good 15 seconds. It was, and then that night we were like, okay, in order to forget about this,
sitting in bed.
Yeah, no, we're like, okay, in order to forget about this, we need to think and talk about something else. And I couldn't,
But that never works. That just makes you think of it more.
Yeah, and I don't know why. As I'm going to sleep, as I'm about to fall asleep, as he's about to fall asleep,
Yeah.
so I'm on,
Yeah.
so I'm on my phone, and I'm like, I don't know, like when I'm on, like maybe on Twitter or something. So I'm on my phone as he's about to fall asleep because I can see him drifting off because I'm like he's right next to my bed. He's like about to
Yeah,
shut his
yeah.
eyes, then he opens it right away. Do you ever like have that feeling
I
where
can't.
like
I can't
Yeah.
sleep.
yeah, like,
I'm gonna die.
do you ever like and this all this like happens to me almost every time I see something creepy or scary. Do you ever have
Yeah,
that where like you
same
forget
here.
it all day, but at the worst
Yeah,
times, like
yeah.
right
Yeah.
as you're about to go in your pitch black room, it just comes back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened to him. I looked
Um,
at him. His eyes were like all red. He just was staring at the ceiling, and I looked at him. I was like, dude, you're creeping me out. What's wrong? He's like, I remembered the girl laughing again, and then was like quiet, because I forgot about it. It was just quiet, and that
the
night,
same.
it's just I don't know why
The same
it
thing
scared us
happened
so
to me
bad.
with it.
It, yeah, the
The
new one or the old
original
one?
it, not
Oh,
the new
God.
one. The
Yeah.
old one. I don't know why. I mean, it was meant to be funny.
Yeah, it's like
It was more of a comedy than a horror movie. It really.
yeah. Well, I mean, it was like a mix.
I mean, the new one was, but
The new one was not a comedy. What are you saying?
I don't know. I'm really confusing the two because
Yeah.
I was watching a Matt Pat video.
Yeah, things
He
come
was
to
just
your
playing clips from every different one.
yeah.
Like the animated series, or not the animated series, the TV series they had,
Yeah.
the book, yeah.
Yeah, it's like creepy and scary things always come to your mind at like the last second. And like again, that
Yeah.
laughter,
Right
It's
when you're
not-
about to fall asleep.
yeah, it just comes. But yeah, like that laughter of the
You'll be like-
GameCube, it's just like, it's not scary. Like, it's not
The
scary.
mono sound is what made it people think it was like scarier than it actually was.
Yeah, and the
Since
problem
mono
is,
was like the scariest thing, the
Yeah,
scariest
yeah.
audio ever.
yeah, and the problem is it cuts out right after that. She laughs and then boom, done. You just cuts
Yeah,
the game.
it's really just dark. Then it just yeah.
Yeah, and that
I remember playing Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront, I think, was on the GameCube.
I don't think so, but yeah.
And since it's like a minute of pitch black after that, I was holding Z because I didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably wasn't Battlefront. I was just sitting. It was like midnight. I was just sitting there for like 10 minutes on
It's
the
just,
menu
like-
screen, turning all the lights in my house on.
Yeah, it's probably not even the laughter that scares you. It's probably just like the setting
It's
you're in
not.
because it's first of all, it's mostly at night when I play it. For some reason, I just play it at night with my friends
Yeah.
just to scare this crap out of us. And then the setting you're in, it's always everybody's asleep and then like you hear like the house settling and you crap your pants again.
Yeah.
It's just like
I remember, did I ever tell you about when I lived on that, like 20 acres of land, like most of it was forest?
was it like your grandpa's or something?
No, it wasn't, it was my mom and dad's.
Oh no. What happened? Maybe you did actually.
Okay. Well, we were on like 15 to 20 acres of land.
Yeah.
And we had a horse, we had a farm, barn,
Yeah.
and that was maybe an acre away from the house. I remember midnight, I had a TV in my room because I was that privileged white kid, and and I shared the room with my older brother,
Yeah.
and I remember like he was asleep, everyone was asleep, except for the dog.
Yeah.
And I turned it on, forgot about holding Z.
Oh my
and then,
gosh.
The dog just started barking out of nowhere like 2 minutes after it played. Oh, it was fun for me.
Dude, oh my gosh, I hate when stuff happens like that, like by coincidence or whatever you think. If you believe ghosts are real or something.
And then since we lived on so much land, I kept thinking about the forest and things just appearing. Like,
Dude, like something watching you
Since I-
like from afar.
yeah. I
Dude.
mean, yeah, we didn't
I'm-
have any wind. We were on the opposite side of the house from the forest, so they couldn't. Nothing would be able to see us unless it was in the front yard. But I was thinking about like them eating the horse we had.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god, it scarred me.
Dude, like yeah, like sometimes your own
We've gone
imagination
so
can
far
traumatize you.
off
Yeah.
topic.
You know, like it
You know what? I'm
started
literally
with
just gonna turn my light on right now.
screw it, yeah. I'm creeping myself out right now.
And you just sit in your Xbox is just in your front yard just in the front of your house with that window open with that
Yeah.
the shutters open.
Yeah, well, right now like the blinds are closed, but I have 1, 2, 3.
But there's that little slit below where you can
Yeah, where you can
See
see
through.
like that one part fell off, and that's like sometimes like when I'm playing like Resident Evil or something like at night, I will just start thinking about
I used-
stuff like what if someone just starts banging on my window, like a psychopath, just starts banging on my window, and like threatening to kill me. I have 5 windows. Like, just
yeah.
yeah.
I know. I had a place like that, and sometimes I would literally lay down the most uncomfortable way possible, just so I wouldn't be able to see out the window.
Oh my gosh, yeah, dude. You know, and the problem is your imagination gets you so much.
Yeah, especially when you're like 5. When I was first playing the GameCube and all that, like
Yeah.
younger than that, really.
Like the thing is, like when you're a young kid, you get scared of like small things, like
And
So-
everything.
yeah,
Like-
like clowns, clowns. Okay, clowns and spiders are
Well,
not
clowns are
really.
still scary, really.
Yeah, clowns and spiders are not really good examples because people are still scared of them, and I can see why. I'm not scared of spiders anymore.
I'm-
People
I'm not
who know
scared
me
of
personally-
arachnids, but
Yeah. People who know me personally knew like
I never
just,
was. But
Yeah. People who know me personally knew that just like
I mean-
a few years ago I was traumatized by every spider I saw.
oh yeah,
So I kinda
I
got over
remember
it.
in 5th grade. I was just throwing the fake spiders.
Yeah, I know. I would get so
our
scared.
teacher had in the classroom on you, and just
Yeah.
putting them on your head. You were just screaming.
Oh,
She told me to stop.
Yeah.
And I told Aiden about it. He brought a few fake spiders into lunch.
Yeah, and you just
And when he just put like a few down on your seat and on your table.
I know, dude. It was like torture. But it was still a great year though. Can't complain. But yeah, like when you're like a kid, like you're scared of like your closet or something. Like I'm not scared of my closet unless something creeps me out too much. Like then I'll be thinking, wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. Before I get into that, let me just finish what I'm talking about. As you're a kid, you're scared
Yeah.
of your closet, you're scared of the dark. Some people are still scared of the dark. I find the dark a little bit creepy, but I'm not scared of it. Someone locks me in the dark with nothing in it, I'm not gonna be scared of it, not that much. But when you're a kid,
Well, I mean, just gonna be
and-
pissed off at the person.
yeah, like when you're a kid, you get scared by like small stuff. But as you get older, when you get scared, it's something that will scar a kid for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Like even small stuff
And-
of like just like a doll or like a mannequin with a face just smiling and staring at you. That is just creepy, and that is something like a kid should never see.
Until a few years ago, I wasn't scared of any of that until I saw Chucky for the first time.
Chucky's not scary. I laugh at that movie.
Yeah, I did too, but I do too. But when I first saw it, I was young, so
Yeah.
I was scarred.
It's a good thing you don't have any sisters, or else you would have been dead.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I probably would have just thrown all their dolls out the window and that shit. But
Yeah. But so like as I was saying about like the closet thing. So I was saving this for later because I just wanted to finish this because like usually when I think of something else I just stop whatever I'm talking about. But okay, so I was about to do it again. There, okay. But
Yeah.
so whenever something creeps me out and I go in my room to sleep, like creeps me out, like I'll be thinking about it for like the next few nights. Like if something creeps me out, like pretty badly but not too bad, I'll think about the first night and like I'll be like, what if something happens? You know, I won't be shivering or stuff, but you know, like I'll be awake for a while. No, oh excuse me. Then I'll fall asleep and then I'll be like, there was nothing wrong. But if something like actually like kind of traumatizes me, that will stick in
Oh,
my
yeah.
head for like a few weeks. And I know this sounds
Yeah,
stupid
yeah.
and stuff, but it might sound stupid, but I am like terrified of because my closet is kind of big. It's not a walk-in closet, but you know it's kind of big. It's kind of small. You know, it's like in the middle. But I am terrified of going into my closet, bumping into a wall, and then
Just
finding a
walking
hidden door.
straight into,
Yeah,
yeah.
door, and then on top of it, finding like empty candy wrappers or something. I am terrified of that because that is just something you never want to see. You never want to see someone living in your house that you don't know about. Finding just a random door you push open, and oh my gosh, I saw a video. It was like top 10 weirdest secret, or scariest secret rooms ever found.
Was it
There
by
was one,
was it by Danger Dolan?
probably, I don't know, but there was one like
Yeah,
this
I've
guy.
probably seen the video then.
Yeah, like this family was living in like this new house, and their kids bumped into a like it sounds like it's coming from like a cheesy horror movie, but like this I'm
yeah,
not sure if
yeah.
it's true or not, but yeah, like
It
this
is.
family
They provided sources. They provided video.
probably yeah. Unless it's from
In
like
the-
Reddit or something.
If it's by Danger Dolan, anyway. Unless it's from Reddit, yeah.
Yeah. But like so like this
Or Tumblr.
family yeah. But like this family moved into like this new big house and their kids were playing around in like a room and they bumped into like a bookshelf. Oh god, I'm getting the chills just thinking about it. Bookshelf opens and then there's a room with papers and like documents like creeping the crap out of the parents. They like dude, just like think about it. Think about it. If you think that's not scary, think about it. You're going into your closet to find what do you call it? To find clothes or something. And then all of a sudden, like your hand slips through or something.
Suddenly you just
and you
trip.
press like you press against something and the thing just opens. How scared would
yeah.
you be? How like that's
Oh,
not
pretty
like one of my
scared.
greatest fears. Yeah, but like it's just you know, it's something you don't want to see.
Do you want
That's
to hear?
why
Do you want to hear something pretty funny?
what? What's going on?
Both of my closets at my mom and my dad's house, because they're divorced,
Yeah.
have connections leading to the attic.
Dude, come on. That's not
Yeah,
Dude.
they're not even locked. They're not even
Dude.
locked. I could just push
Dude.
on them and they would open. It's awesome.
awesome. Well, I mean, like I know what you mean. But like
Yeah, I'm sarcastic.
Dude.
That's literally my personality.
I know. Like
It was the most fun experience of my life when I first moved into the houses.
but then like you realize that oh crap, what if something happens, you know? Something like that.
There were like 10 raccoons living up there that actually used to open the connection.
Like and like walk
I
through.
would wake up in the middle of the night, just hear the connection opening. It just scared me so
Yeah.
much.
My friend,
I don't even know how they got in there. It's like airtight.
yeah. My friend,
That's what
he
scares me
says-
more.
yeah. My friend says like just recently he found this hidden passage that he got so scared when he found it, but it leads into the basement of his house. But the good thing is the area that leads into his sister lives in it. So he like
Oh,
there's
well, his
first-
sister's
yeah.
gonna die then. Okay.
I guess so, but
Oh, I remember something from my old house that had the land.
what?
My parents' old house that had lots of land.
Oh, but
yeah, speaking of secret connections and all that.
Wait, so what happened at your parents' house?
Okay, so our house was kind of weird. My parents' bedroom and the garage was on the same level.
Yeah.
Like you would open, you'd go straight into my parents' bedroom.
Yeah.
And there was a closet area. My dad had the safe with our gun in there.
Yeah.
And they didn't completely finish the house before it had to go on the market because they ran out of money.
Yeah.
And there's just like a 1.5 foot wide area that's like 10 feet tall, just leading into the garage.
Oh my gosh, dude. Like,
And
how do
the
you
garage was
sleep?
open most nights, so if anyone found it,
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
an adult really wouldn't be able to fit in there. But
like, how do you sleep at night knowing that something could happen, and you would never know?
normally I didn't think about it because it kind of just blanked everything from my mind at that point.
Yeah, same here. Like, me, I try to think of either funny things or serious topics. Like, like someone, like,
How about that ISIS
oh my gosh.
Antifa?
Yeah, exactly. Like something like Antifa. Like, I'll think about that, and then, like, I'll just start getting pissed off for some reason, and then I'll just forget about it, and I'll go to sleep. Or sometimes I'll just watch, like, videos.
Sometimes I'll literally just stay up all night if I get too scared by something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I
I've
mean, I
done that
normally
a
stay up
couple
all night
times.
anyway at this point.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times, but
Have you-
yeah, dude.
Have you ever seen the Ferris Goes To series or whatever?
What? No.
Okay, well, there's like this series called Ferris Goes To. It's a bunch of movies. There's like Ferris Goes to Camp or whatever. There was this Ferris in Halloween one. It was a spin-off. Oh, that movie scared me so much.
Why?
I don't know. Like it had like you remember the Ewoks from Star Wars?
The ones that like the zombie ones, like they put like worms in your nose and stuff.
The Ewoks.
Yeah, like the zombie ones, right?
No.
They take
The
control of your
bear
mind.
things?
Oh, bear things. Oh wait, I'm thinking of the animated show Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I don't know that. No.
Yeah, you're thinking of Clone Wars. Like the little bear things. It had something that looked like that. But for some reason it scared me so much more than the Ewoks did. Which the Ewoks didn't scare me at all, so it literally couldn't have scared me at all. It'd still be much scarier.
You know what scared my brother for some reason one time? You know those head crabs from those head crabs
TFT
from
or Half-Life. Yeah.
Yeah. I showed him that. I was like, you know, how like how weird would that be if that latched on you? He's like, yeah. Like I could tell he got nervous. The rest of the night, I felt so bad because I scared him so badly. Like, out of nowhere.
Do you want to know how to scare him even more than that?
Oh. I'm kind of
Tell him to look up the head crab zombies audio played backwards.
Oh yeah, that's creepy. He's like, help me, like, right?
Yeah, it's just like screaming help.
That's creepy.
It's
yeah.
awesome.
They did
Well,
it on
it's horrible,
purpose.
but it's awesome. Oh yeah, there's no way they didn't. They never confirmed it, but there's no way they didn't.
That's creepy though. Wow, from
And just finished my
ranting at
Faygo.
Call of Duty to talking
Just talking about fear.
about exactly. Jeez, this was a good podcast though. Keep it going for as long as we can.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god, we've been doing this for like an hour and a half.
54 minutes.
Oh, well, boy was I wrong. Okay, let's get back to video games or whatever. What was
Well,
your first
yeah.
Assassin's Creed?
Okay. Sorry for the jump if you were like really interested.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, yeah.
We've basically run out of things to talk about at that area topic.
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, before I talk about video games again, if you guys really like this podcast and stuff, and you want to hear more, and if you just want us to talk about a specific topic, tell me on Twitter, message me on Twitter, or message me in the comments. Tell me, hey, if we're gonna do a next podcast, could you talk about this in one of your parts? And I'll be glad to do that. Maybe Jurassic Park could join me again. Maybe a little bit.
Well,
maybe
it
some
probably
more people.
will. I'm like,
Probably will, yeah.
every time in your videos, they get like 2 times the amount of views your videos alone
Exactly.
do.
They love you. But yeah, so that's.
No, I'm serious.
ways.
Look at your Wildlands video compared to your.
Oh, I know.
Compared to your any video after that with only you in it.
I know. You just did so well. But I don't know. Okay. But yeah, so that's how, if you guys really like the podcast. But, so, my first Assassin's Creed, that would be 3. And I liked it a lot, not just because of nostalgia. I don't know why people hate on it. I think it's a good game. Just putting it out there, I think it's a pretty good game. I don't think it's the best Assassin's Creed. By far not the best, but I think it's good. It's my favorite. And and again, I've not played 2 yet. I've not played Assassin's Creed 2. I hope I'll play it soon. But I just, like, the Assassin's Creed, like, I just have been dormant, basically, with the Assassin's Creed games. I haven't played them in a while.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy Origins. I'm not gonna buy Origins for a while because I have
Yeah.
so many games I want to buy first.
Cuphead, World War II. Just those
Yeah.
2. Alone, that's
I really just want to buy
$120.
Cuphead because of how hard it's set out, because it's said to be. And I'm probably just gonna buy every Dark Souls game too, because, well, why not?
Cuphead out of nowhere just became
Just
a
tell
meme
the scrubs to get good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
for no reason too.
It's more popular than basically any game you'll ever see, except for World War II, because that came
Yeah.
out recently. Well, it hasn't even come out yet. It comes out on the 11th, doesn't it? What, 6/11?
World War
whatever.
II?
Yeah, or maybe. Or has it come
No,
out
it
yet?
came out on the 3rd. It came out today.
It came out yesterday. Okay.
Oh.
No, today's
Today,
the
yeah.
4th?
No, today's the 3rd. It came out today. Well, no.
Oh.
It came out I'm not sure, because I think it came out yesterday. I think so.
Yeah.
I was watching videos on
I
it.
really don't know.
Maybe people got early. Okay, it came out either yesterday or... It came out between November 1st and November 5th. November 4th.
Really? Really? What? I thought it was like. I know it comes out in November every year, but I thought it was like set from November 6th to November 11th.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anything in between those dates, which gives them exactly a full 3 years, give or take a few days.
And you know what's crazy? Even before World War II came out, Treyarch was like releasing tiny bits of information on what their next game is going to be.
I mean, Treyarch's made by Sledgehammer, isn't it?
No. I don't
Ma-
think so.
No, not Treyarch. I just said Treyarch's made by Sledgehammer.
Yeah, I was like, what?
No, I'm pretty sure World War II is made by Sledgehammer.
Yeah, it is.
Then why
World
would
War-
Treyarch be dropping hints?
No,
I mean,
on their next game.
Of course, they have insight about. Oh. Of course, they have insight about the other games, but they're not just gonna flat out tell them what it is.
Yeah, no, Treyarch was dropping hints on their next game. So the next Call of Duty.
I want it to be in Vietnam. Sledgehammer was gonna do a Vietnam third-person
Yeah, but-
tactical Call of Duty, but then it got
but
canceled by Activision.
Because they wanted to compete with Titanfall. Because they thought that was going to
Yeah.
do really well.
Well, I mean, it did in sales, it just didn't in ratings.
Titanfall is actually, if you think about
I
it,
think I thought it was a good game, like the
Yeah,
first one. The second one
I've-
improved greatly on it, but
I've never played the Titanfall. If you think about it,
both
though,
of them are just amazing games.
yeah. But if you think about it, if Titanfall never came out, there would be no Advanced Warfare. Because Activision forced Sledgehammer to cancel everything and start working on Advanced Warfare because
So they can make
Titanfall was
Advanced
coming.
Warfare.
Because
Yeah.
Titanfall was coming out. So really, Titanfall, it's not all Titanfall's fault because Activision shouldn't have stopped it. But it's, you know, kind of. I don't want to put it on the game because, like, I feel like it's good, but, you know, what I'm trying to say is if Titanfall never came out, Advanced Warfare never came out. I'm not blaming it. It probably sounds like I'm blaming Titanfall, but I'm not trying to, you know. I'm just saying, like, in general.
It's Activision's fault, really.
Yeah. I'm just saying in general. If
Because
Titanfall never
Activision
came out.
controls everything about Call of Duty.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
Call of
I mean,
Duty with their
they can't
unicycle.
outright stop them from developing the game, but they can remove this. They can remove them from the cycle for like 3 years if they wanted to, just to force them to make it.
What? Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure Sledgehammer is part of like a contract with Activision.
They are. Activision could literally do anything they wanted.
Yeah, they basically own Sledgehammer. That's why they force them to give it up.
As long as it's not Call of Duty, the Sledgehammer can make whatever they want.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
they're mainly making Call of Duty because they're a small studio, but they probably make the best Call of Duties, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess so.
Even though they did join with MW3, they helped develop that with Infinity Ward.
Infinity Ward, yeah. And if you guys don't know, people always talk about Call of Duty's year cycle, and I know it sounds like one developer doing all the work, but hopefully you all know that there's 3 developers, and each developer has like 2.5 or 3 years exactly to work on a game. But since there's 3 of them, every year the developer pumps out a game. So boom, one Call of Duty by Sledgehammer, another Call of Duty by Treyarch, so that's 1 year, and then another Call of Duty by... Okay, so one Call of Duty by Sledgehammer, that's 1 year. Then Sledgehammer starts working on the next one, Treyarch pumps out another Call of Duty, it's 2 years. Then Infinity Ward pumps out their Call of Duty, 3 years. And then by this time, Sledgehammer will be like 80% done with the game. And toward the end of its cycle,
they get-
polish, bugs, you know. And then boom,
Yeah.
Sledgehammer again. So that's how the cycle goes.
The last 15 to 10% of a game cycle really goes to just polishing
Yeah. Toward,
And-
okay, so,
and maybe adding a few minor things here and there.
yeah. Basically, so if we're talking from Sledgehammer's point of view, once Infinity Ward releases their game, Sledgehammer's game is about like 60 to 80% done. And then once
The cycle goes Sledgehammer, at Infinity Ward, and then Treyarch, I think. So
it
when
really
Treyarch
depends
comes out
on
with
how
their
you
game.
look at it. Yeah, it really depends.
Well, yeah,
on
it depends when you think Sledgehammer joined, really.
Yeah, because technically it could be Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer.
It could be in any order you want because
Yeah.
of Sledgehammer joined the cycle in the direct middle of Treyarch coming out with their game and Infinity Ward
Yeah,
coming out with their game.
yeah. So you could make it anything. Yeah, Call of Duty.
I think Sledgehammer's basically been supporting the development of every Call of Duty since they joined, and a few Call of Duties before.
Well, I mean, it doesn't say that on the cases. I'm pretty sure if
basically-
they helped. Pretty sure if they
It
helped
doesn't,
out, they
but
would.
they're basically carrying Call of Duty.
I guess so. I think since it's like the first day, if reviews come out and Sledgehammer's next few games, well, when reviews come out and when Sledgehammer makes like a bunch, like their next 2 or 3 games, besides if we cross out their bad start with Advanced Warfare, if their next few games are good, they could possibly be better than Treyarch and Infinity Ward. But here's the
They
problem.
really are.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
They basically
Treyarch-
already are with
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, they basically already are because they haven't gotten a fair playing field since they've been forced to make Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfare.
Yeah. So this is technically their first game. Like
And
their first
and
official
they
game.
had to devote half their development team towards making Modern Warfare Remastered.
Yeah.
So that puts them even farther
Wait,
behind.
Modern Warfare Remastered. Oh, Modern Warfare 3. Is that what you mean?
I meant remastered.
What?
Sledgehammer made remastered. Infinity Ward didn't really work on it.
No, wait. Do you mean Sledgehammer made Modern Warfare 3 or remastered?
Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer made MW3.
Yeah.
Then Sledgehammer made Advanced Warfare. Then they made the bundle of Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered.
Yes.
Infinity Ward had minimal input on Modern Warfare Remastered.
Well, I mean, Raven helped too. Raven Software.
Raven basically did like maybe 60 to 75% of the work on Modern Warfare Remastered, but
Yeah, because they were
they really should just add Raven to the. They should really just add Raven to the cycle. They've been helping out too.
Well, they might as well to improve graphics. Like not to make their own games, but just to help out improve graphics. Modern Warfare
Yeah,
Remastered
basically
looked
just a
nice.
supporting studio.
Yeah, just like how Sledgehammer was in MW3.
Well, that's how they were for like their. They had some input on BO2, I think it was, but they did like nothing there. But then they got more involved with MW3.
Yeah. But yeah, like as I was saying about like the top developer for Call of Duty, it could really be Sledgehammer, but the problem is even though I don't like even though I don't like Black Ops 3, it got good reviews. So if you think about it, Call of Duty 2 Big Red One, was that made by Sledgehammer? I mean, Treyarch.
That was made by Treyarch, yeah.
Okay, so Call of Duty 2 Big Red One, you guys probably not heard of it, but it was a good
That was
game.
my first
I liked
Call of
it.
Duty. I
Call of
remember
Duty
getting
3,
stuck in the sewer level,
I don't remember. I
like
don't even remember
the
going
first
that far.
mission. It's not the first mission. You've probably gotten that far. Yeah, I got stuck there for like
yeah,
hours on end.
I don't remember that much from the game. I gotta play it again. But yeah, so Big Red One was a good start, pretty good start. Call of Duty 3, I think that was their next title. That was okay, mediocre. Call of Duty World at War was their next game, awesome game. Then
Yeah.
Black Ops,
Yeah.
awesome game. Black Ops 2, awesome game. Black Ops 2, even though Black Ops 3, even though I
3.
don't like it, it got great reviews. So they've really only had one bad game. Well, one
Yeah.
like average game. Advanced Warfare,
Yeah.
though, if you count, I mean, it's Sledgehammer. If you do count Advanced Warfare, they had a bad game. So hopefully, if
They've
they
had
make
a bad
very
game, a
good,
mediocre game.
yeah,
A mediocre game, I mean. Cause
Yeah,
Shrek, mediocre. Yeah, good joke,
I
man.
get it. But I mean, hopefully Sledgehammer can make some good games in the future, and hopefully
When the first reviews come out tomorrow, we're probably going to anyway.
yeah, the
We're gonna
multiplayer.
see what happens.
Yeah, the beta was great. I liked it a lot.
The multiplayer's gotten picked apart to death at this point. We really just need to see zombies and
Yeah.
how the campaign do.
But the multiplayer I liked a lot. It was good, in my opinion. But yeah, and hopefully Infinity Ward can step up their game, because their latest titles have not been good. And these are the guys that started Call of Duty. Like, come on, you're supposed to be better than everybody else. You're supposed to have the most experience. But no, like new developers are beating you.
Activision's been
sad.
forcing their hand though,
But yeah, I guess so. And
and they've really
And-
had to like compete with the new developers. They can't just put out something completely different to take people out of the
yeah,
cycle.
And they are at the bad end of the cycle, since technically they are at the 3rd year. So by this time, Advanced Warfare
So
came out. People didn't like it at toward the end. Black Ops 3 came out. That was okay to most people's eyes. And then Infinity Warfare Infinite Warfare came out. People were just done with the game. I bet you if Infinite Warfare came out second, it wouldn't get as much hate as it did, because people would.
You're probably right.
Because by Black Ops 3, people were still giving the space or the future theme a chance, because they wanted something different. If you look at the community before Black Ops 2, really, they want something different. They were tired of World War II and modern, so Treyarch gave them Black Ops 2, kind of modern, kind of futuristic, but that didn't really suit. Like, a great game, a lot of people liked it, but still people wanted something a little bit different. And then they gave him Ghosts, modern, people said, even though it's set higher than Title 9. It was basically a modern game. People hated that. I liked that. I thought it was a good game. And then Advanced Warfare drops. People like it because it's new, but then toward the end, they realize how bad it is.
That laser gun, though. Infinity Ward is. They have time to see how the games do, but the games that Activision or Treyarch and Sledgehammer release. But at that point, they're so far into their development that they just can't stop the game.
Yeah, like
So
if Infinity Ward,
they're at a disadvantage, but an advantage at the same time.
Yeah.
God, I cannot speak.
Like if Infinity Ward could like get some extra. Okay, so let's say we're looking at it from like the history that's shown right now. We're not changing history like in our minds. So Advanced Warfare didn't do too good. Then Black Ops 3 came around. People were kind of getting tired of people were getting tired of the futuristic theme. So if Infinity Ward had like could see this, and they could actually tell Activision, hey, if we want to make a good selling game, let's actually listen to our fans, and since they're getting tired of the futuristic theme already, let's change it up. Give us just 2 extra years. We'll make a good game. Infinity.
The cycle should be 2-3-2-3.
Yeah, basically. I think Sledgehammer should. Okay, it should be Sledgehammer, Treyarch, Infinity Ward. I don't know, but I think Sledgehammer should be the one that tries out the new era, and then if people don't like it, Treyarch tries it out one more time, and then Infinity Ward, by that time comes, if the fans still don't like it, they change it up so they get extra they get an extra 2 years to change it up. Which, even though that would take a while and people are not gonna get used to it for a while, I would rather have a good Call of Duty game than a bad one. But Infinite Warfare, its campaign.
Infinity Warfare.
I didn't
The
play
campaign
it,
was actually really
everybody-
good,
Yeah,
but people were so biased against the futuristic stuff at that point that they just didn't give any part about it a chance.
yeah. So that's what I heard about. I haven't played. I haven't even touched Infinite Warfare. I just got Modern Warfare Remastered in the bundle at a Black Friday deal.
Yeah,
Like $50.
I
and was like,
I
nice.
literally just got it because the bundle,
Yeah,
Modern Warfare Remastered.
that's what
But then
everybody did basically.
But then they just, I'm happy. I'm glad they decided to release the Modern Warfare Remastered separate. But
But they did it way
couldn't
too
they have
late.
just done that first?
Yeah, and then they shouldn't even made Infinite Warfare.
And with
Modern
like the
Warfare
bundle,
Remastered.
the discount instead of paying a full price for 2 games.
Yeah, like Modern Warfare Remastered either should have been its own game, or if they really want to push out Infinite Warfare, that should have been the bundle. Like Modern Warfare Remastered alone $60, the bundle like $80.
Like it was 80 when it came out though, wasn't it?
No, I'm
Or
talking
was
about
that like the bundle?
the
I know,
bundle.
I know.
Yes, yeah, but I'm talking about they should have released like they should have released Modern Warfare Remastered alone, and if Infinity Ward really wanted to push out Infinite Warfare, That should have been the bundle that comes with Modern Warfare Mastered, not the other way around.
Yeah, so you actually get a discount if you buy them bundled instead of literally just paying $80 for basically 1.5 games.
Yeah.
Because the multiplayer just flopped in Infinite Warfare.
Yeah. Well, 75 minutes. I don't know how long that is in hours
Hour
and
and 15.
stuff. Oh, hour and 15. We've been podcasting for a while. Podcasting. Is that what people say?
Yes. No.
No? Okay. Sorry about that if you just,
I think everyone just physically cringed as well as
Yeah.
mentally. And I think I'm
Probably.
slowly
I'm
having
sorry.
an out-of-body experience.
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm
so
sorry.
tired.
I'm
I
sorry. if you
actually
heard
feel
that.
like my mouth isn't moving. That's why I'm stuttering so much.
76 minutes. Should I end the podcast here? Talking for a while.
And we can probably talk a bit more. We haven't even started talking about like our first online experiences really. And that's something we said we were gonna do.
Alright, I'll keep it going for a little bit longer, then I'll shut it off soon. And again, if you guys really liked it, message me, I'll do some more. Well, yeah.
Your first online experience. Let's just get to that instead of talking about the cycle.
It was Modern Warfare 2 because Halo Master Chief Collection was the first game that had Halo 1 and you could play it online. And if Master Chief Collection came out earlier, that would probably be my first online experience. But since it didn't, Modern Warfare 2 I think was my first online experience. Either that or Halo 2 on the original Xbox. I think it was Modern Warfare 2 though. But Team Deathmatch, played it with my cousin. I liked it a lot, and I got hooked on the Call of Duty franchise. That's basically it.
I'm talking about like your first online experience talking to people, like in game.
Oh, talking to people in game. Well,
Yeah. Or your funniest, whatever one.
my funniest. Okay, I said this to you earlier. I'm
Yeah,
not sure if
yeah,
this is my
but
funniest actually, but it's kind of funny. So when I first got Black Ops 1, I would and so at this time I was in love with zombies. I've been playing it for a year about, and I got pretty decent at it. The only map I had was Nocturne Torn, and think about that. When you're going from, and I didn't buy any DLCs. When you're going from Noct, that has one box area,
to Kino.
to Kino that has perks, power, pack-a-punch, and boxes that move,
Multiple
you will get
box locations.
Yeah, you will get
And
so confused.
the map's so much larger with so many doors.
Yeah, you will get so confused. So I'm playing online, and I'm hoping.
And perks.
Yeah, you don't know what perks are. You don't know what they even mean. So I'm playing online, hoping that these guys have mics, and so they can tell me what to do. Like hoping like they're gonna be nice. Like, oh yeah, we'll get you started. We'll help you out. So I go into this lobby. 3 people have mics. Or 2 people have mics, and they're probably like both grown men or something playing. I don't remember their voice tone or something. Probably were grown men. So I go on, and I sound like a squeaker basically, and I'm like,
Still on.
"Hey guys," yeah, basically. And I'm like, "Hey guys, do you know?" Because they were talking about Pack-a-Punch. I was like, "Hey guys, do you know what the power is and what's Pack-a-Punch?" It just goes silent, and then they back out.
Yeah. My first online experience. Well, you continue.
Well, basically, I was gonna say was it's not my first one, but it was kind of stupid and funny. Go ahead.
My first or funniest online experience, because this probably wasn't my first. I believe was playing Call of Duty Big Red One. I think that had an online multiplayer.
I think it did actually.
Yeah, it did. It did. And then I got into a lobby with a bunch of people hacking, like, because, well, I mean, why not?
Of course. No, nobody.
Since you could actually choose what lobby you joined, then.
Yeah.
And I actually have a big. I actually have a CD-ROM big red one case right there.
Wait,
They-
did you play
they
it on
somehow
console or
hacked-
PC?
Oh, I played it on console. My
Oh.
grandpa bought a big red one CD-ROM case though.
Oh.
CD-ROM disc. Someone somehow hacked their GameCube since I was playing it on, so they could actually talk. I don't know how they did it. That was like probably the most experienced hacker of all time. They were literally just screaming and putting on screamo.
God.
My funniest is probably when I first really started talking on mic, which was like Xbox 360 or PS3. The other one, I think it was a dark, stormy night. No. I think I was playing Black Ops 1. We were playing Launch. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah,
Since
it is.
I loved Launch for some reason. And I was basically, that was the first time I've ever used a mic since I got it for Christmas. And
Your Xbox didn't come with it?
no, it didn't. It was the original Xbox, like the original setup or whatever model,
Okay.
which didn't come with one. And I was basically just trying to communicate, strategize, and I was a lot better at Call of Duty than I was now. I think I actually went like 60-10 somehow, which is way better than I achieve now since I go like 24-17. Since I think that's my most recent match. And I got final kill cam like 10 times in a row. I was like, oh yeah, in my squeaker voice. And then everybody was just yelling at me to shut the fuck up. So then
Squeakers.
my self-esteem got destroyed, and then I didn't talk on the mic until I met you, and then in like 5th grade or whenever we met and once we finally started talking on Xbox, that's when I started using my mic more and more.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's probably my funniest experience. I never talked. I never played online or talked much since I have 2 brothers to play with. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I can just do. Okay, so before we end this, your favorite video game series or franchise aside from Halo or Call of Duty?
Aside from oh, wow. Okay. I would have to go SOCOM. They had the only bad SOCOM game was SOCOM 4. That just tells you something. They had 10 games. Wait. Yeah, 10 games doesn't sound like a
SOCOM
lot.
5 existed, didn't it?
No, there's no.
Or was that just
There was
was that just a fake crowdfund?
probably fake. But there were only 10 SOCOM games, and SOCOM 4 was the only bad one. There was what do you call it? Not X-Link. X-Link is what they used to play now. But I forgot what it was called. It was on the Real SOCOM website. I forgot what it was called, but it was like Yeah, people make like on Insurgency on people make mods to like make it like SOCOM. But yeah, I think SOCOM is my third favorite franchise series.
Then
Even
fourth. I mean,
fourth.
probably Assassin's Creed. I have to imagine.
Well, actually, do sports games count?
No.
No. All right.
No.
Okay. No.
Unless you count like shooting. Because, well, I mean, that's
What do you mean?
technically
shooting?
is an Olympic sport, therefore it's a sport, but I'm
Oh,
talking about like
Hitman.
just recreationally shooting, yeah.
Oh yeah. No.
Oh,
Hitman. though.
Hitman, okay.
Yes, Hitman.
Hitman. Then fifth, just trying to round it out.
No, it's not in order, but Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto. Well, my top 5 would have to be, this isn't order either. Uncharted.
Okay.
Give me a second. I need to grab a case real quick too, so I can see who made it.
Yeah.
Have you ever played Journey?
Journey. No.
It's on the PS3 or PS4.
No. No, I haven't.
Let me see. Who's this made by? Just tell me. Oh my god, it literally just does not want to. Oh, it is made by that game company. They made Journey.
That game company.
That's the name. Journey isn't a series, but
It's just a standalone
I mean,
game.
there's technically a storyline, but it's not any continuity.
Yeah.
Like, have you heard of Abzu?
Have I heard of the what?
ABZU.
AV. No.
ABZU. Well, their games are, well, they have really good soundtracks and are really beautiful. And so that's probably my second favorite. Well, not in order really.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my favorites. I'm trying not to say Call of Duty. GTA.
Yeah. And then
Let me see here.
last one.
Assassin's Creed, which is honestly my favorite.
Yeah. Interesting.
Okay, so how long?
Oh, it has been 88 minutes.
Okay, let's
Whoa.
just round it up to 90. Just talk a little bit more.
Screw it, let's go to 200.
Just leave it on
Why not?
overnight.
Yeah.
Just like
Whoa.
put it right up against your mouth and then just snore.
Just. Yeah. You know, I'm surprised we haven't talked about Doom. I don't know why I'm surprised about that, actually. Doom was
Or
actually a
anything by
really.
Bethesda.
Yeah.
I forgot to say Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls, yeah.
That's probably
Doom?
my third favorite.
Yeah. Doom was just such an influential game on not only FPSs, but just everything. It changed like the way people make games, basically.
Yeah.
Doom 1, Doom 2.
It was genre defining.
Yeah. See, okay, so before.
I mean, Wolfenstein 2. I mean,
Yeah,
not
Wolfenstein, yeah.
Wolfenstein 2. I mean, Wolfenstein in
Like
excess.
3D, Wolfenstein
Yeah.
3D. But
Wolfenstein was.
but it didn't get
Yeah.
as popular as Doom though. Doom, okay, so
Weren't they
There
both
is-
made by Bethesda?
yeah. But Wolfenstein
Bethesda
came
makes like
first.
the best games.
They do.
any influential game is basically made by Bethesda,
Or Bungie.
unless it's a shooter, or Bungie, yeah.
The
Unless
old
it's
Bungie, though.
unless it's like, yeah, the old Bungie, unless it's like an all-out shooter, so not like anything like COD, but
Yeah.
like more like that, just do whatever you want, like mess around, just shoot monsters is basically what Bethesda did.
But Doom, okay. There are games that are influential enough to spawn, I guess you could call them clones. But very few games spawn genres. See, like with Skyrim or Dark Souls, they are spawning clones like Shadow of Mordor. Like that is considered a Dark Souls.
That's
I
not
mean,
a
like,
clone. No, that's
it's not
own
a clone.
thing.
It's not a clone, but like I'm just trying to
It's
like, think
based
of
off
something
the movie
similar.
series.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of
It's
something
based off
similar.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but like I'm just trying to think of something similar that looks similar. I don't like Souls games. People want Souls games to become like its own genre. But like, Doom was so influential that it not only spawned clones, it made an entire genre. Like without Doom, we wouldn't have
Yeah.
Halo or Call of Duty, basically.
Yeah,
We wouldn't have any
we wouldn't.
GoldenEye or. I mean, we
might
would
have
maybe.
GoldenEye,
Yeah, maybe GoldenEye, but
but
it would be totally
other than
different.
that, we really wouldn't have anything.
Yeah, and GoldenEye would be totally
Since
different.
GoldenEye was
than
based
what-
completely off the movie
Yeah.
or movies.
Halo wouldn't probably be around.
No.
Call of Duty wouldn't, because Bethesda also revolutionized how you make first-person games.
Yeah. They have defined an entire genre, which is RPGs, which
Yeah.
is probably right along Final Fantasy for doing that too.
They literally created FPSs.
Yeah. Except not the story-driven ones, just all out
Yeah.
shoot what you want. You get infinite ammo, basically.
Yeah. And even Doom, like the new one is great. I love it so much. But even the I think it came out 1996, right?
Yeah, 1996.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Even the first Doom or the second one, like the first two that came out on the computers and like got ported so many times. Even those old ones are still fun to go back to. I bought them on the Xbox One or the 360. Then they became backwards compatible on the One, and it's just always still fun to go back to. And imagine, like, is it?
Oh god.
Is it? What happened?
I just had a giant, like, shooting pain of heartburn.
What?
I don't know why.
Oh my gosh. Jeez.
It hurts. I might
Does
be
it still
dying.
hurt?
Yeah, it still hurts.
Oh my gosh. Are you okay?
My body is slowly falling apart at the seams. Blood and guts are actually spilling out of my mouth as I'm speaking. Help me.
Help. Send help.
This is what happens when you try to play God.
Okay, so are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm better. I mean, it still kind of hurts, but yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Well, okay. What I was saying was, what I was about to say at least was, is it rare to find like, what's that called? Where like those little like, thin, square. I guess you could call them cartridges you used to put in computers to play games. What was that called? Like DOS games or something like that?
DOS, yeah. Probably
Yeah.
DOS.
Was Doom like made with the software of
Or a
DOS?
ROM.
Yeah, or no, not a
You
CD.
could call it a ROM or a... Yeah, no, just ROM.
Yeah. Oh,
It was either DOS or ROM.
Yeah. Is it rare to find a like, a Doom, like an original Doom DOS or ROM cartridge or whatever you want to call it?
Probably so. Yeah,
I wouldn't be
probably.
surprised. I'd be surprised if anyone still had that, if their parents didn't rip it up or throw it away all those years.
Oh, you're talking about a floppy disk.
Yeah, those floppy ones.
Why didn't you just say that? Yeah, that's a floppy disk, a ROM.
Yeah. Is it rare to like find those like the original ones?
It is rare that you will, even when they came out, like when they were in their prime, you would rarely find a game unless it was an RPG like Final Fantasy or Castlevania on a ROM, a floppy disk.
Mm. The Doom movie was terrible with The Rock.
Oh, do you remember them talking about that Five Nights at Freddy's movie like a few years ago?
Movie?
Yeah, they were talking about making a movie.
Mm-mm. Wait, I do remember that. Yep, I do.
Why? I don't understand that. That spawned a genre of clones. And it took over the world for basically 5 minutes.
I know.
Since that's all it takes to complete the game.
Exactly.
I mean, really. I mean, you have 6 for 5 nights, so like 30 minutes to maybe 50, depending on if you die or not. I don't know.
Yeah. Wait a second. This is off topic, but okay, so I'm on Amazon right now. I just typed in Doom. And I guess either it's out or it's coming out, and the new Doom on the Nintendo Switch is either being created or it's out.
Oh, that's a port.
I'm pretty. Isn't the Nintendo Switch support like supposed to be like a kid-friendly console?
They're making Skyrim on it, so why not
Yeah,
just
I
go
know.
all out with Bethesda games? So,
Yeah.
I mean, they are probably the most kid-friendly games you'll find, except for Doom, really, or Wolfenstein, because those are both pretty brutal games.
You know what would be great? So on Amazon, Doom 64, even though it wasn't the best, it'd be great to have that. It's like its own game, but it's $15. But you know, okay, it sounds stupid right now, but I actually want to get Superman 64. Just to laugh at it. It's not a bad game. Like, the mechanics are bad, but just like, since it's become like, okay, it's so bad, it's one of those games where it's so bad, it's just good.
Yeah. Yeah, a
Same
lot
thing
of
with
games are like that.
Yeah. Same thing with Big Rigs. I would love to own those too. It's just so bad, it's good.
Any games with tons of glitches like that are just bound to make you laugh. I'm pretty sure I bought Farming Simulator mainly for the glitches.
We're about to hit 100 minutes, not 200. I just realized I said 200.
Yeah. We only need to talk about Fear and Call of Duty, their favorite franchises, for another 100 minutes. We could literally just overlay what we did, copy and paste it.
Yes, we could.
And that would be 200 minutes like you wanted.
Yeah. I'm gonna end the podcast right as it hits 100. But
well, I hope this was successful.
Yeah, I really hope this was successful because I think it was a great podcast. Even though we kind of got off topic from our video game today, I think it was a good one.
Podcasts aren't really meant talking about a specific thing. I mean,
yeah,
you'll probably start off with like a kind of script, but you're just gonna get distracted eventually.
Yeah, but yeah, if you guys like what I'm doing, what we are doing, really, comment, hit me up on Twitter. If you don't know my Twitter, it's on one of my videos. The video is literally called Twitch and Twitter. So if you're watching this live, I'm probably not, to be honest. But if you are, if you watch the entire podcast,
you can see in the
Yeah.
in the bottom bar, where
Yeah.
or wherever you have it.
But if you watch the entire 100 minutes, there we go. If you watch the entire podcast, leave a comment, and I will shout you out in my next video. So far, I've made a lot of long videos, and nobody's left a comment. So I'm not that surprised, really. I'm not surprised nobody's watched the
Your
entire thing.
small
But
channel.
yeah, 47, 48
Also, the moment when
subscribers.
you realize your friend comes out with a recorder cover of Gravity Falls, the Gravity Falls theme, and has 100
Oh my
subscribers.
God. That's an inside joke, you won't get it. But so yeah, thank you guys for watching so much. Like, comment, subscribe,
He
follow
likes
me
his
on
own
Twitch and
videos.
Twitter. Who, me?
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching so much, and stay tuned for the next video. This will either be posted tonight, probably tomorrow most likely. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.